Welcome to the CompuBox Academy. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And of course, here he is. Alexander Usyk, 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach. And he'll be facing Roy Jones Jr., 177 pounds, 5'11" tall with a reach of 74.
Nobody knows who's going to win. You can have an argument for the winner on both sides, but this is that fight. We'll be talking about this fight for years to come.
Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. Roy Jones Jr., one of the greatest of all time, Pensacola's finest, an undisputed champion at 4 different weight classes.
As soon as the ball goes, don't blink. That fight could be over.
One of the hottest. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Clean left jab. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on the fighter stepping into the ring, Todd? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And the look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Missed him with that uppercut. You don't want to trade shots. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
No rest for the weary. You'd like to see more jabs. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Perfect counter shot. That hook misses. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round? Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Start sticking a few body shots in there. Buries up a little bit so he can't dig you out. Good.
You've been coasted for this entire fight, and now you've let him back in.
On to the second round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Missing with that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
They're both trying for a knockout. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both men step back for just a moment. A swing and a miss with the right hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round. Let's get it started in round 3. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last...
Hold on a second, Johnny. Did you see that? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. Just one punch away from getting the momentum back.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Good counter punching. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Beautiful counterpunch. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they will out of steam.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Nice stop, but that won't score. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
You were thinking,
Put the boxing bag together and put him back in his place.
well, don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on
Put him
it.
back in. You're better than that, kid. Just go back out there and get behind the basics. Get your jab back, get your rhythm back, and then we'll go again. You're switching off.
Back at it in round 4. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nobody home with that hook. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. Jab misses. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. Which one of these athletes, did you see that? The big Ukrainian in big trouble. How is this fight still continuing?
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Neither fighter willing to slow down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. The last round still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great work. I love that. I love that jab slip.
All right. Only one round that you lost. Don't worry about it.
You know what you're doing. The gap's full of there. Stay focused. Don't let him
Simple round that was. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're much better than that guy. You're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. He's
Get your boxing back together. Don't worry about that round.
Go out there and finish him. Just keep him on the end of that jab.
On to the fifth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skimming, go for speed.
He got out of the way of that right hook. One punch could change everything in this battle. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Nice counter. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. That big hook doesn't land. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Both men step back for just a moment. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, you know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
I'm back on the job. It was a god-awful round, I tell you.
Don't forget the jab and don't get carried away. Think about the defense on the end.
There's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round, let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tail. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. They better start respecting each other's punching power. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Straight right just misses. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Right, that's a happy. Good work out there.
All right. Listen, don't worry about it. There you go.
Missing. Great work. Stay focused. Don't run back into the fight. Great.
Jab back. Just boxing. Be smart. Get your shots up.
And there's the bell to start round 7. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
That hook just can't find the target. He misses with that straight left. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Straight right just misses. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
The charts action from both of these fighters.
Wow.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Yeah? Good. Sets him up, but you'll take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shot.
You let him back in. You're better than that, kid. Just go back out there and get behind the basics. Get your jab back, get your rhythm back, and then we'll go again.
And there's the bell for round 8. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. How about that time counter shot? This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Defense is not an option for these two. Beautiful counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. A very competitive round here so far.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Right uppercut just off target. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of it? Hold that thought! Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And that hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Yes, I like that round. Good round. Feel good. Stay focused.
And that guy, you're much better. He's not even in your league. Come on,
Smart. Just keep him on the end of that jab. You're getting your timing already.
starting to make mistakes. I need to go back out there and switch back on. Get focused, get your mind back on the job, and then get back out there and win the round. Come on, you're sweet.
And there's the bell for round 9. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment.
Wow, how are you getting there? Dude?
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each
Hear
other
me.
out, test each other's power. And I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You'd like to see more jabs. Catch and shoot. Missing with the left uppercut. Ray Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Pretty close fight here in this round.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this could be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Misses with the straight left. Usyk might go down here. What an upset! How did they not go down?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Alexander Usyk in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great work. I love that. Jab slick.
Because he's going to be confident. I want you to go back out there and take his confidence.
It's round 10. After that last round, something has got to change.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Straight right just misses. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Punch himself out, though. A perfect counter shot. His stamina is off the charts. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What are you seeing?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Usyk. Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
And he misses with that straight left. That uppercut misses. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. And down goes Jones Jr. What a blow to the head there. Let's see it again on instant replay.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot. What a shot. You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.